What's up, guys? My name is Victor from Trading Stoically, and today is day one of taking 30 good trades in a row. Um, regardless of win or lose, it doesn't matter. It's just, is it my setup? Am I taking my setup? Am I doing what I'm supposed to do? And we'll see where we're at of 30 good trades, right? Um, Today was not the cleanest setup in the world, but for me, it was good enough to where it was like, okay, like I really do like this setup. It's doing everything I kind of wanted to do a little bit, and um, we'll kind of go over the trade. But first, I kind of want to address yesterday. I was so down in the dumps, you know, not doing what I was supposed to do, not taking the correct setup. Um, I was pretty upset, you know. If I had just done what I, tried to do today, right, taking 30 good trades in a row, then yesterday wouldn't have happened and last week wouldn't have happened, right? I lost so much last week just not doing what I was supposed to do, not taking my setup, and it showed yesterday where I was just so depressed about it. Um, Not to get so much into my personal life, but um, there are times where I look at my, financial situation. I'm like, man, like, how are we supposed to survive? And my girlfriend told me today that we already have a safety net, right? We already have a safety net, and there's no reason why I should be putting so much pressure on myself for us to try to make it, right? Like, we're already okay. It's just that in my mind, I want us to be better. I want us to do more. I want us to improve, right? So when that happens, I put so much pressure on myself to do well that all of last week, I had such a good week the previous week, but all of last week, all it was about was, okay, I am trying to make this money. I'm trying to hurry up and get to a payout. I'm trying to hurry up and do what I need to do, right? So it's like, why even do that to yourself? What's the point? Why do that to yourself to where you have to be in such a hurry just to make money? It's like, your money will come. It'll come and it'll come to you. That's what she was saying to me. It will come to you. And when it comes to you, that's when you know that you're doing everything correctly. But if you're trying to force things and you're trying to hurry the process, that's when you start losing. That's what I did all last week, and that's what I did yesterday. So today, the focus is on really trying to nail down the process, really trying to figure out what I need to do in order to be successful. And I think we did a good job of that today. So let's kind of talk about the trade a little bit. Um, I don't know if this will, okay, that will undo. Yeah, but now I've messed it up. Okay, never mind. Let's go over the trade. We'll put on the chart executions here. I had a $200 day. The last couple of trades, not gonna lie, like I would already be disqualified from from the 30 good trades in a row, but I'm not counting those just because I was trying to eke out a dollar. So first, we took this trade setup here. Honestly, I such clean entry. I would say my entry was A plus today. I really, really liked what I did today. So coming into today, I start trading at 6 o'clock um Eastern Standard Time, or sorry, 8 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, and we kind of had this long red candle down, and then after we had that, we kind of pushed higher, right? So let me show you guys my perfect setup, and this is what we're going to be looking for the next 30 trades in a row, right? This here is exactly what we want. Usually I like to use a volume profile zone, so let's just pretend that this was a zone. I have no idea if it was or it wasn't. Well, let's just pretend that that was a zone, right? That this was a zone right here. It broke through the zone. Perfect, right? So not only does it break through the zone, it comes back, retests, forms this end pattern that I love so much, right? And then my entry would be on this candle right here, or sorry, this candle right here. Why would it be on this candle? You might be thinking, oh my gosh, like that's so high already, right? Like, why are you buying at the top? Well, one, my stop would be down here at the last pivot point, right? So it's like this is about, let's call it 500. I'm entering at 525. So let's say 25-point stop loss, right? So that's one, right? We want at least 25 points. We want at least a one-to-one. Um, but two, we're showing higher volume, and I use a lot of volume price analysis to be like, okay, like this is what we want. So I'd be entering on this candle, probably setting a limit order though for a little bit below it, right? Which we would have gotten, right? And then we headed higher. So that's my perfect setup. A break, I love breakouts, retest, I love retests even more, and then continuation higher, right? So that's exactly what we got. But I didn't take that trade. That was not the trade that I took. The reason why is because I don't start trading until here. So this candle right here is when I start trading, right? So I had to determine my bias. Saw this huge red candle, high volume, and we started falling lower. So I saw that and I was like, we could potentially be heading lower, right? I might have to switch my bias to a bearish bias. So coming back to trading view, that's exactly what happened. We had this zone up here, right? So I was like, oh, I really kind of hope we push higher because that would fit more of what I want. Pull back, push higher. As you can see, we did get a pull back, right? And we pushed higher, but I always like to look for a higher low, right? So not only do we push higher, but I want a higher low, and then we continue to push on high volume, that's when I take it, right? So here, we didn't really get that. Instead, we forced lower. This candle right here is our key that we're gonna go lower, right? And then we continue to have high volume here, breaking the zone. I really thought about entering on this candle, and if it had closed really nicely, red instead of a wick, I would have entered there, and that would have been such a nice trade. However, it didn't, right? And I was really good at being patient today, waiting for a confirming candle to the lower side, right? So again, if we go back to my perfect setup, we had somewhat of a confirming candle on this candle here, right? Small top wick there, but the higher volume was kind of like telling me, okay, we're fine to come in here with our stop loss at this low, right? So that would have been okay. Um, but here we didn't get that on that candle. So instead, I was like, I'm just gonna wait, right? So much so to the point where I'm like, we just might end up breaking this lower zone down here. So I think the zone at the time was like maybe here. I can't remember where the zone was. It might have been up here, right? If I go on replay, I can definitely tell you for sure. So my zone, yep, was on this candle right there. We fast forward one, boom, we break the zone. Perfect, right? So we broke the zone, high volume. That's awesome. We know what our shift is. We pull back, right? I like to wait for a little bit more consolidation than just a one candle pullback. So I really wanted some more here. Really wanted some more. Can you pull back a little bit more for me? We do right there. Cool. Now we get the high volume candle that we're looking for. So we enter on that candle, but not exactly on that candle. What we do really well here, again, something that I need to get better at that I haven't really been doing, is we set a limit order, right? For 484. We end up going as high as 488. That's fine. You can't be perfect, but we get the perfect entry, right? And I did actually end up adding one more after I saw that too. I could have been a little bit more patient there. I could have added a little bit better. Um, and normally I would see this candle and get really scared, but I was like, nope. My stop loss is right above this break right here. If you want to reverse that whole time, then be my guest. And I was just patient and I waited and I waited and I waited. So now we started getting to my target, which is around 450. Right? You can see that there's some support here around 445, 450. So once we got down there, I took some off. I took um, a couple off at 455, took one off at 460, and then took the last off at 446. So I was happy. And it was a really good exit too. The reason why, again, let's get out of replay, is because we got this really nice huge red candle, right, on high volume. That volume is 1.89K, right? that could be signaling a buying climax, meaning that we could be reversing from here, and that's exactly what ended up happening too. So, now, do I think we're still heading lower? Yes. However, I'm completely content with taking out some of my profits there, right? But also too, I just realized I lied. I actually got back in. I completely forgot to say this. I got back in. I was only looking for a dollar because my profit was like $199. So I was like, I really just wanted a dollar. So I actually do end up getting back in. We get a point, but because of commissions, it was $199.80, and Topstep wants you to have $200, right? So I was like, let me see if I can get just one more, and we do end up getting one more for $200 on the day. Locked my account, and we're done, right? So this is more manageable. We're in drawdown about $1,000, but that's so much more manageable than what we had yesterday, right? We can do $1,000. We can continuously build this account back up. I know we can, right? And that's something that I need to continuously um do, and I need to continuously believe in myself that I'm able to do this, that I can do this, you know? You are a good trader. I'm talking to myself, I'm also talking to whoever's watching this right now. You are a good trader, without a doubt, you are. You know what you're doing, you have the skill set, it's the psychology. I've been learning that 90% of trading is psychology, it's not the strategy. So many people can click buy or sell, you know? But if you have something that works, you know where your edge is. If you stick to it, you're probably going to be profitable, but the hard part is sticking to it. The hard part is not letting greed get to you, not letting fear get to you, right? You have to be able to accept your losses. And that's something that I've really been struggling on, you know? Being fearful, being scared, understanding that I may lose a trade, you know, and well, not accepting that, right? And those are things that affected me so much, including yesterday. But today, I was not fearful at all. My heart rate was so low. I wasn't scared. I said, if you're going to come all the way back up here, then I've lost the trade. And that's it. And that's how it should go. That's how it should be, right? So, and we took our setup, broke the zone, formed that little N. It wasn't exactly the best, right? But not every trade is going to be textbook. It's not going to be picture perfect. But we got what we wanted. We set a limit entry. We got what we wanted, and we fell down. You know, so I'm very proud of that today. We've had an extremely rough, however many days of trading. I mean, look at all that red compared to all the green that we saw earlier. You know, I mean, if you go back to my combine too, if you look at the combine that I passed, I mean, you will see so much more green, like so much more green. You know, so we're down. We're not giving up. We're gonna do the best that we can to salvage what we have here. I did say that once I get payout eligible, I'm taking a payout, which I am payout eligible now, but I think top step is $250 minimum. Let me actually look real quick. Let me see, because if top step is not um oh whoops no, if top step is not 200, let me do it. If it's not, no, I did not mean that. If it's not, if it's not, um, if the payout process is you could get $100, then fine, you know, but I don't believe it is. I think it's one of those things where um, you have to get at minimum $250. Let me see, minimum payout. I'm sorry that I'm doing this on my video right now. But I just want to know, yeah. Oh, it's $125? No, I'm gonna play with 1,000. I'm gonna see if I can get this back up. That's great. $125? That's awesome. So I can get a payout right now and say, hey, I've been one of those traders that got a payout. I didn't know. So it has to be 50% too, right? Which is what we have. We have 379. So we would just need 250. So that's really good. But we want more. We want more. And that's something that we're gonna try our best to make up what we did last week and yesterday. I know I can do it. I know I can do it. Right? So we're gonna do our best. We're just gonna see what happens. That's day one of 30 good trades in a row. I've been your host, Victor from Trading Stoically. Um, I'm just kidding. I don't actually end my videos like that. But it was a good trade, right? So we're looking for more of the same, right? More of this, right? Being patient, waiting for volume to confirm, and remembering the people that we're doing it for. I think that's the most important thing too. So let's continue to bounce back. I'm feeling a lot better today. I wasn't feeling good until I traded, but I traded well, and I can only be proud of that, right? So if we continue to do what we're supposed to do, we're going to be a profitable trader. And that's exactly what I want to do this week for the rest of the week. Anyway, guys, that's about it for this video. Hopefully you guys are having a good week so far trading. If not, we can always bounce back. Always remember we can bounce back. Do your best to accept your losses. Don't get too greedy with your wins. Accept them for what they are and move on to the next trade. Day one, trade one of 30 good trades in a row. I technically broke it already, but um, I hope that we can continue this process of taking good trades. So that's about it for this one, guys. I'll see you guys in the next video and keep trading safely.